Well, this is not how I figured the story of Lucky was going to end. Shay and I hunted this morning. We hunted the Lucky farm after that Vendetta buck. You know, we still had hope that Lucky was still alive, but this morning we found a new fresh dead doe. She had just died, expired, what I can only assume is what everything else is expiring by, which is EHD. And we found that dead deer. Made us think, you know, maybe we need to move some cameras around for this Vendetta deer. It's probably the only play. With how much wind and everything, all the noise, we decided we would probably be able to slip in here to this farm, which is the beaver farm. We've hunted it a few times so far this year. Well, we got all the way back in here, and lo and behold, we smelled dead, decaying deer. And this time, it was the one that we were looking for the past couple weeks. You know, I pretty much figured that this deer was dead, but it's kind of unfortunate to see him pass like this with all the time that we put into it, but stay positive. But let's go check him out. This is just a mega giant whitetail. That palmation's crazy. Bigger than pop can bases. I mean, he's been here for a while. Probably since we got permission. You know, looking back, when we had photos of Lucky originally this year, you know, I kind of, going into the summer, getting those pictures first off, I knew that this deer, his core was around this area. Since we had photos of him ever since he was 3. And when we lost all that water on the farm, I was telling Shay, I was telling everyone, you know, my gut feeling is he went straight to this pond. I was doing the scouting through Onyx. I'm not familiar with this area. The only permission farm I had at the beginning was just the Lucky farm. 180 acres with 10 acres of cover maybe. And went over, got permission for this farm just because it was the only farm that I knew had water here, and sure enough, all along, he was exactly where I thought it was. So at least I can get some kind of positivity to finding him here. I should have went with my gut feeling and just searched it a little bit better, because we've been walking around, we've been hunting this area, and we've been hunting a true ghost of a whitetail. So call the DNR, get it taken care of, and I really need to put a plan together. But we're gonna go hunt for Casey tonight. She's at the bat. We're hopeful. She's got a good buck that's been showing up, and hopefully we can get her done with the decoy.
It's October 27th, and I have Caleb and Shay here with me today. I got permission on this farm. I've been hunting the past few weeks, and there's one buck in particular that I'm after. Every time he comes into this field, he looks like he's pretty aggressive. He always has his ears pinned back. So Caleb was nice enough to haul in this decoy for me. We have it set about 20 yards, so we're hoping this buck circles downwind, gives me a nice broadside shot of him, and then I'll get my first bow buck. I had a few good hunts last year. I sat behind Caleb's parents' house. There's some public land back there. And had a few good encounters. I drew back on a few. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to wrap my tag around one yet, but today is the first good cold front, end of October. We're hoping we're gonna catch these bucks on their feet. What I learned from Caleb too is that when the pressure is higher, usually we have better buck movement. So we're gonna sit back and see what happens. Got old Seamus Patrick over there.
Well, that's a wrap for tonight. We're just getting home. Pretty slow overall. Interesting to see how that buck reacted to the decoy, but that's normally how my decoy hunts have gone in the past. Just looking at today overall, you know, sure, we put a lot of work in for that lucky deer, and does it suck? Yeah, it really does. But that lucky deer, I was talking to Shay on the way home, and that lucky deer, he did exactly and was doing exactly what I thought he was doing. I talked about it all throughout the summer this year and into the fall, that I believe that he went over to that property specifically for water because everything was dried up, and sure enough, he was. I mean, he was 10 yards away from the camera that we were putting up from him, and judging from what we saw today, I would guess that when we were putting that camera up, he was just dead 10 yards away. So it's unfortunate because I think that I would have definitely gotten an opportunity in early muzz at one of the bucks, and I think we would have been in the chips for the other as well. But of course, out of all 3 deer that have died out there that I know of, Vendetta is the last to be living, and he is for sure by far the most, I shouldn't say unkillable, but he is not a very killable deer. He's going to make it pretty tough on us. So I'm going to give it into the weekend to let this front come through. It's going to be 30, above 30 pressure the next few days. I mean, these bucks should be on the move, you guys. If you're hunting, good luck to you. But hopefully something that I was eager to see shows back up this weekend. Otherwise, I'm going on the public route. Probably going to hunt a bunch of public all of November, and I do have a couple other permission farms that I've traded labor, some work, put a few plots in for a couple guys, and they were going to let me hunt their farms. So I don't know, I think I just might need to get in a different territory because all my farms got hit from EHD, and it's just taking a little bit out of me every time I go out. Don't see anything, and just keep on finding my target bucks dead. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.